Here the new colligative property of solution. Third colligative property. Again we are saying what is colligative property. Property of the substance which depends on number of solute particles and not depends on nature of the solute. Hence the third property is depression in freezing point. Suppose here we are discussing an example. In a container first and second, here is a pure solvent is taken. Here pure solvent is taken, and here pure solvent and some solute particle. These solute particles are taken here, which are here in solution. First we are discussing the word freezing point. Freezing point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid equals to vapor pressure of solid. When vapor pressure of liquid and vapor pressure of solid are same, then it is called as a freezing point, or the temperature at which liquid freezes. But it is not so correct definition. First one is more correct. Suppose pure solvent is H2O and here some glucose is added. So here glucose plus H2O is the solution. Here what will happen? Here in these two containers, freezing point is 0 degree centigrade for pure water. And what will happen for freezing point about the solution of glucose and water? Here, according to a Raoult's law concept, here vapor pressure of solution is less than pure solvent. Here vapor pressure of solution is less than that of pure solvent. Hence vapor pressure decreases, and to equilibrium or to equalize with it require less temperature than pure solvent. Here is the reason. If we have to freeze pure solvent, the freezing point is 0 degree centigrade. But for solution, glucose plus water, vapor pressure of solution is less than that of pure solvent. And to compare with freezing point of solid, we have to require some less temperature than pure solvent. Hence, here will be the freezing point will be less than 0 degree centigrade. Why this is less? Because due to the addition of some solute particle, vapor pressure of solution slightly decreases, lowering in vapor pressure. And as the vapor pressure decreases, to maintain or to freeze the solution, there is a requirement of some less temperature, that is the freezing point of solution is less than that of 0 degree centigrade, which is the value for pure solvent water. Thus we explain here how freezing point of pure solvent, that is a TF naught, and here TF, that is a freezing point of solvent and freezing point of solution are here, and how these two are related with each other. And the word depression in freezing point means here freezing point of solvent, here freezing point of solution. TF naught is a freezing point of solvent, TF is a freezing point of solution. Hence delta TF is nothing but depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point equals to here TF naught minus TF. TF naught is the value of freezing point of pure solvent, while TF is a freezing point of solution. The solution's freezing point is less, so subtract the freezing point of solution from freezing point of pure solvent. Thus we will discuss how the relationship, how the depression in freezing point is calculated or given by subtracting freezing point of solution by freezing point of pure solvent TF naught. Here we will discuss two solvent and solution cases where on the basis of vapor pressure of liquid or solvent and vapor pressure of solid, temperature at which liquid freezes is a freezing point, depression. Here the term delta TF is used for the depression in freezing point. Here for H2O there is a depression in freezing point, and solution glucose plus H2O subtraction or difference is the depression in freezing point. Here we will discuss the relationship as the concentration of this glucose in the solution increases, there is the large vapor pressure difference, and as the vapor pressure difference is, there will be the more will be depression in freezing point. Thus here we will discuss the cases about the freezing point. Here the plot of temperature against vapor pressure. The plot is again similar to the elevation in boiling point. Here is the solvent and here is the solution, and there is some gap at particular temperature. Suppose this is the temperature. At this temperature, vapor pressure of solvent and vapor pressure of solution are different. Vapor pressure of solution is less than vapor pressure of solvent, here we are saying, and this is depends on how much concentrated is the solution, concentration of solution and delta P or lowering in vapor pressure again directly proportional to each other. Hence we discuss how it affect on boiling point. Here we will discuss how this affect on freezing point. Here this temperature on x-axis and vapor pressure on y-axis. Here the first plot about the solvent, here liquid case, and at this point solid and liquid are in equilibrium. Then according to the definition of freezing point, the definition is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid equals to vapor pressure of solid. Thus this is your, or this point is freezing point of pure solvent, which will be given by TF naught. TF naught is the freezing point of pure solvent. Here at the left of this point the frozen state is there, and at the right there is the liquid state. Therefore the TF naught is the freezing point of pure solvent. See, similarly to the solution plot, here is also one point, and at that point there is also solid liquid equilibrium, and for this solid liquid equilibrium, the point at which the solid and liquid are in equilibrium is called as a freezing point of solution expressed by TF. Here this TF naught is a freezing point of solvent we are saying, and here freezing point of solution is there. And there is a difference in between these two. Here we are writing this point which is called as a delta TF, and here we will write what is a delta TF is equals to TF naught minus TF, where TF naught is a freezing point of pure solvent, while TF is a freezing point of solution, and this delta TF is equals to TF naught minus TF. And again this concept or this delta value is again related with the vapor pressure. Here also delta TF is directly proportional to the concentration term. The concentration term which is used here is a delta TF is again directly proportional to molality. To cancel the proportionality sign, or by further calculating, we will find delta TF is equals to KF into M, where KF is called as a molal depression constant, or also called as a cryoscopic constant, also called as a cryoscopic. Cryoscopy is the technique, the process takes place at a lower temperature, so the constant is called as a cryoscopic. For boiling the point, the constant is a ebullioscopic constant. Here the constant is a cryoscopic constant. Suppose for 1 molal solution, delta TF is equals to KF. Hence KF is nothing but delta TF for 1 molal concentration. Cryoscopic constant is nothing but delta TF or depression in freezing point for 1 molar concentration. Here we will find the unit for Kf is equals to delta TF divided by M. For delta TF the unit is either Kelvin or degree centigrade. For molar the unit is mole per kg, hence the unit is a Kelvin. Kg per mole is the unit for Kf or cryoscopic constant. When we expand the delta Tf is equals to Kf into M, that M for number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Here we will write Kf into number of moles is equals to W2 divided by M2 and mass of solvent, that is a W1 in kg. Convert the kg into gram. Here we will write delta Tf is equals to Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by M2 into W1. Hence we will find the delta Tf by using the equation. Here for delta Tf we will also expand Tf naught minus Tf is equals to delta Tf, and to find the M2, here M2 is equals to Kf W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tf into W1 is the formula. Again here we only understand about the relationship, that is the delta Tf and M, which are directly proportional to each other. Delta Tf is equals to Kf into M, where Kf is the molar depression constant or called as a cryoscopic constant. In many examination the unit about the constant is also important. Here what is the cryoscopic constant? For 1 molar solution delta Tf is equals to Kf. Kf is a delta Tf for 1 molar concentration. Again we will understand the unit Kf equals to delta Tf by M. For delta Tf unit is Kelvin and for mole per kg, hence the unit will be Kelvin kg per mole here. And here delta Tf is equals to Kf into number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. Expand it is equals to Kf into number of moles W2 by M2 W1 in kg. What is the delta Tf is nothing but Tf naught minus Tf is equals to delta Tf is equals to Kf into W2 into 1000 by M2 by into W1. And here rearranging the term, M2 is equals to Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tf into W1, where delta Tf we know depression in Fp, then Kf we knows that is a cryoscopic constant, W2 is a weight of solute, M2 is a molar mass of solute, then W1 is a weight of a solvent. If we take the weight of solvent in kg, then 1000 is not required. If we take the value in gram, then we have to write multiplier 1000 here. Thus we say how a relationship of freezing point depression and Kf, W2, M2 and W1 here. By using this formula, we can be calculate various numericals on it. Again, the value of Kf is a characteristic of each solvent. For any solvent, the value of Kf is identical. Thus, here we discuss the relationship and derive the formula either for delta Tf or for M2. We also find for the W2, Kf, W1 also. Thus, we will discuss here. Now we will see some numericals based on this concept. First numerical, 310 gram of ethylene glycol, CH2, OH twice, added in 2000 gram of water. Find delta Tf. If Kf is equals to given, first we have CH2OH and CH2OH. We have to find the molar mass. 12 plus 3, 15 plus 16. 12 plus 3 plus 16, that the value M is 62. Here we have to find delta Tf by using formula Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by M2 into W1. Here Kf value is 1.86 into W2 value is 310 into 1000 divided by M2 molar mass is 62 and into W1 is here 2000. Here we calculate 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3. This one 62 and here will be 5 and here 0.93 into 5, that is the delta Tf is equals to 5 into 3, 15, 46. Here the difference in freezing point or delta Tf is 4.65 Kelvin. If we add 310 gram of ethylene glycol in 2000 gram of water. Here we will solve the problem. If 310 value is doubled, then this 310 value will be doubled. As number of particles are doubled, here the value of delta Tf is also doubled. Means the value will be 9.3 nearly. It means that the colligative property shows the change is only on the number of solute particles here. not on their nature. The next question, 15 gram of, here again we are discussing non-electrolyte. Here when we add the solute, suppose we add solute NaCl, then Na plus alag and Cl minus different. But when we add sugar here, only one sugar molecule, not dissociation or ionization here. So here we are discussing only about non-electrolyte here, because for electrolyte or for dissociation or ionization, the concept is different, which will be discussed later on the basis of Van 't Hoff factor. 15 gram of non-electrolyte solute is added in 150 gram of water. Find the molar mass. If Kf water is 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole and delta Tf value is 0.93 here, and we have to find the molar mass, and the formula will be M2 is equals to Kf into W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tf into W1. Here will be the formula. M2 we have to find out. Kf value is given, that is 1.86 into W2 is given. What is the W2? 15 gram into 1000 divided by delta Tf is 0.93 and into W1 is 150 here. For simplify, 15, 10, 1 get cancel, and 93 into 2 and 2 into 100. There M2 is equals to 200 will be the molar mass. Hence we will find out the molar mass of solute here. Thus we will solve the numericals by using the various formulas. Next, numerical third. Here the new one. 20% glucose and 10% urea solution, aqueous by weight. Find freezing point of solution. If Kf water is given, 20% glucose means 20 by 100 plus 10% urea solution. Here we have to find freezing point. Delta Tf is equals to delta Tf glucose plus delta Tf urea here. Then here the formula is for delta Tf, Kf W2 into 1000 divided by M2 into W1. Here M2 for glucose plus Kf W2 into 1000 divided by M2 for urea into W1. Suppose for 100 gram, 20 plus 10 gram was, Kf value is 1.86 into here W2 is 20 into 1000 divided by M2 of glucose is 180 and into W1 weight of water or mass of water is 30 minus, here will be the 70. Next, plus 1.86 into here, W2 percentage is 10% of urea into 1000 divided by urea, NH2 C double bond O and NH2, 16 plus 12 plus 16 plus 16, 48 plus 12, 60, 60 into 70. Here we will solve the question 20. Here 10, here 2, 9, 0.206, 2 zeros gets here and 7, 2.9 plus here 6, 0.31, 2 0 gets cancelled and here 4.4, 4.4, here will be the delta TF is equals to 9 plus 4, 3, 7.3, and here find the freezing point of solution. Here delta TF is equals to TF naught minus TF, therefore TF is equals to 0 minus 7.3, 7.3 minus 7.3 degrees centigrade will be the freezing point of solution. Here some values of KB, boiling point, freezing point and KF are there. For water, the value of boiling point is 373.15. Value of KB is 0.5 to the unit is Kelvin kg per mole. Freezing the point of water is 273.0 and KF value is 1.86 Kelvin kg per mole. It means that according to the definition or according to the first formula, delta TB is equals to KB into M and delta TF is equals to KF into M. For 1 molal solution, the delta TB will be 0.52. For 1 molal solution, the value of delta TF is equals to 1.86. The difference in between freezing the point of solution and solvent for 1 molal solution is 1.86, and the difference in between boiling the point of pure solvent and solution is 0.52 for 1 molal. 1 molal for 0.1 molal, for 0.01 molal, for 0.001 molal, we will multiply the molality by the KB value or constant value. Same for this one. For 1 molal solution, the value will be 1.86. For 0.1 molal, the value will be the 0.186. For the 0.01 molal, the value will be 0.0186 and so on. Thus, we will directly find out the delta TB or delta TF by knowing the molality of the solution. Here for ethanol, the boiling point will be 351.1 and its Kb value is 1.2. If there will be the 1 molal solution, then the boiling point of solution will be 351.1 plus 1.20. Here the freezing point of the ethanol is 155.7 and its cryoscopic constant is 1.99, and here for 1 molal solution the freezing point will be 155.7 minus 1.99. Why this is minus? Because there is a depression, so therefore the value subtracted here. For benzene the value is 353.3 and Kb value is 2.53. Same for here. Freezing point is 271.6 and Kf value is 5.12. For acetic acid the boiling point is 390.1. By 2 molal solution, if we make the 2 molal solution in acetic acid, then its boiling point will be increased by 391.1 plus 2 into 2.93. Here also same, for a 2 molal solution the freezing point will be delta TF will be 2 into 3.90 and the final answer will be 290 minus 2 into 3.90. For a diethyl ether 307.8 and the value of Kb is 2.02. Here freezing point is 156.9 and Kf value is 1.79. By making a 0.1 molal solution, we will find the boiling point, or sorry, freezing point will be 156.9 minus 0.179. Here find for 0.1 the decimal will be shifted towards left. Hence we will find the various elevation in boiling point or depression in freezing point values by knowing the molal concentration or directly find the values. Here we will discuss the graph about this. Why we have to study the molal elevation constant or ebullioscopic constant, or here the cryoscopic constant or freezing point constant. Its various applications are there. In vehicles many times there is a requirement of addition of some ethylene glycol in water to reduce the freezing point. In many cases, if there is ice spread on a road, then there will addition of some salty water to depress the freezing point and it will be easily melt. For boiling of water, some salts are added to increase the boiling point of such pure solvent like water. Thus, there are many important of this elevation in boiling point and depression in freezing points are there. Also there is one important example or application about the freezing point. Purification of water is also example for seawater or salty water. Suppose there is a sample of seawater or salty water taken here at 1 degree centigrade. The water is in liquid state, 1 degree centigrade liquid state, 0 degree centigrade liquid state, and liquid and solid are in equilibrium, but at slightly less than 0 degree centigrade. From this water your ice will be float on it, and generally this ice is only from only H2O is here, and your salt concentration in the remaining water will be increases. Thus it is a very important useful method to separate pure water from salty water also. Thus there are many applications of freezing point depression and boiling point elevation. There we will discuss in next.